Hello YouTube. So I've gone through everything in Yunli's kit and I thought I'd make a video giving my thoughts on her, whether she's a good DPS or a great character to pull, and is she a better destruction and physical pathway than Clara. So just off the bat, I will say after everything I've read and seen, I'm incredibly surprised at how much it exceeded my expectation. For example, I didn't have this sort of feeling with Jade, just so you know. This has blown my mind on what she can do. So, just some of the things I've seen. She seems to be the perfect counter follow-up attack character in the game. And yes, I know there's only Clara, realistically, but out of a counter follow-up attack character, everything that you would want in it is in this character. From what I've seen, there's 3 types of follow-up attacks. She has 2 different types of follow-up attacks and she has 1 counter follow-up attack. It will all make sense later. This is one of them, which is how Clara also has it. Whenever the character is attacked, they do a simple counter. And the other 2 come from the ultimate. So the first one is a normal follow-up attack, which happens when she attacks, which is being shown right now. And there's the second one is when she's the one that gets attacked right after the ult, which is her main source of damage. Now, she's a bit like Argenti, where she has 2 energy bars for her ultimate. The only difference with her is she doesn't use both of them at once. For Yunli, it's more like 2 stacks that can be consumed one at a time, whereas Argenti uses both stacks at once. But also her ultimate makes it that whenever it's clicked, every opponent is taunted to her. So she's making sure that not only does she act as a tank, but she also gets that counter off. The fact that unlike Clara's, where you can't really choose who to use your counter on, you can basically choose for Yunli who to counter with your ultimate. Now I believe her Lightcone gives increased crit damage, but more importantly increases the odds that the wearer will be attacked. So this is more like Clara's ulti. Instead of Clara's ulti being a taunt, I believe she gets this effect that increases the odds that she gets attacked. So sure, it can be good, but just remember your main source of damage will be from your ultimate, and the ultimate gives a taunt 100%. So you don't really need this odds of the wearer being attacked. You only ever need that for her normal counter attack that's beside her ulti, so it doesn't really matter. Realistically, that move won't be your main source of damage, but yes, this is still a very good Lightcone for her. Now, when trying to compare her to Clara, I will say, usually when you're trying to compare 2 characters, you would say, for example, Clara is good at this better than Yunli, and Yunli is better at this more than Clara. I will say there's absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, that Clara is better at than Yunli. Yunli is the perfect definition of a counter follow-up attack user. She gets to choose when to ult, she gets to choose who to counter, she gets all of this stuff. She also has the damage. Clara does not have those as much as her. So if you are trying to compare them, there's really no point. Yunli beats her in every single way possible, and I couldn't find a single way in which Clara beats Yunli at anything. There's nothing. Now I will say one of Yunli's negatives, or not really negatives, more like could have been better, is her typing. And what I mean by that is, if you look at Firefly, if you look at Boot Hill, another physical character, they can both implant a weakness on the opponents. Yunli does not do that. So just so you know, her damage will be affected by whether or not the opponent has a physical weakness or not. And I have seen that. You can check it yourself on any YouTube videos. Her damage does get affected if the opponent doesn't have a physical weakness. She's not as versatile as, again, Firefly or Boot Hill. Now, as for her teammates, obviously, I think everyone's talked about this character possibly, not too sure, but Ting Yu will be her best teammate. 2 reasons. Number 1, her skill gives her ally attack by 50% for 3 turns, straight up. Yeah, it's so simple. And more importantly, it's her ultimate that regenerates 50 energy and increases the damage of that character by 50%. Now remember, Yunli has 2 stacks of ultimate, which is just like Argenti can stack up. Unlike Argenti, I do believe Yunli needs less energy to get 1 stack of her ult. So this 50 energy might generally be enough to get you 1 stack of her ult. Now the second character that I would say, Ho-Ho. Only one reason. There's only one reason for this. Other than her being a sustain is her ultimate, because she's the only, I believe she's the second character that gives energy for her allies. So as you can see here, 20% of the respective max energy, and it gives them a 40% buff. This is the only reason why Ho-Ho is probably a good teammate for Yunli. Now, coincidentally, she is on the same exact banner as Yunli. Damn, I wonder why. It's coincidentally and the exact same banner time as Yunli, but I just basically explained why that is, right? And lastly, I want to go over MOC quickly. Yep, you can literally use Yunli in this, and again, you can obviously use Clara as well for this. For pure fiction, I will say most of the top characters that dominate this are erudition characters, as obvious as they should, right? But right after them are destruction characters. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Clara is already a tier 1, Yunli might be in tier 0.5. Like, honestly, she's that much better than Clara. It's incredibly astonishing. So, yeah, she'll probably be good for pure fiction as well, and obviously for apocalyptic shadow. So, yeah, I think I've gone through everything. I would like to say that if you're still thinking whether to put Yunli or not based on if you have a Clara or not, I would like you to also think, is your Clara good enough right now? Because I can bet that if your Clara is, for example, 1 cycle away from clearing that MOC 12, Yunli can 100% clear that. Forget 1 cycle faster, probably 3 cycle faster, if I'm being completely honest. So at the end of the day, if you don't need another physical destruction character, then forget it. You can skip her easy. But if you are in genuine need of a destruction and physical DPS, not only does she look cool to play, she is extremely strong, right? So at that point, I would say pull for Yunli. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you. And I repeat, Yunli seems to be better in every way compared to Clara. Every way. She's a more perfected version of her counter follow-up attack character. So yeah, I've said everything. Let me know what you think, and make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, bye.